Hi and welcome to Scrapbook.com, here with me, Alexandra Stapleton Smith at the Hedgehog Hollow. And today is Lawn Fawn release day and I have pretty much all of the whole brand new release here to share with you. I'm super excited. There are a couple of items I didn't have, so let's just cover those off. So there's some new tear tape. So if you love double-sided tear tape, you can check that out. There's two widths to choose from, which are great for those slider cards, reveal wheels, the magic sliders I'm going to show you in a while. So you can check that out. There's a new clear embossing powder from Lawn Fawn. You can check that out. All the links will be in the video description to the Scrapbook.com store for each of the items, and we link them up in the order of the video. So do check all of those out. They'll be in the description for you. There's also some assortments of the cardstock, so you can check those out. And there's some new ink pad cubes in different selections as well. I have all the individual colors rather than the cubes, but I'm going to show you the new colors of cardstock. I bought the large packs rather than the assortments. So first of all, we have the number 2 pencil. Isn't this a beautiful color? I would call it a mustard type color. But I really love it. I'm kind of really digging the whole muted yellows and oranges. I've been using a lot in my crafting, which I'm not sure why, because I'm looking outside right now and it's snowing. But I'm kind of loving the fall colours. Maybe I'm skipping summer this year, I don't know. But there's also an ink pad that matches it in that number 2 pencil colour too. Then the Apricot cardstock is now available, and that matches the Apricot ink pad that came out last year, so that's available too. And then we have Sage Leaf that matches the Sage Leaf ink pad that also came out last year, so we have matching cardstock for that. And then we have Fog and Pencil Eraser. Of course, that matches perfectly with that number 2 pencil that we had just now. There are 2 new colours of cardstock available. As I say, there are sampler packs of cardstock too, so if you don't want to invest in a whole pack of cardstock, there are the options to do samplers instead. I use a lot of cardstock, so I prefer to buy bigger packs, but you can buy whatever suits your craft room, your budget. And sometimes I get that you might not use the colour as much as others, so there's lots of options available to you. Now there's also some new glitter cardstock, and who doesn't love a glitter cardstock? So we have the Spring collection. There is it's a sampler pack. They're not available in individuals, but we have the lilac, there's blue in there, there's green in there, there's yellow, and there's pink. Now the great thing about glitter cardstock is, first of all, it doesn't shed, so you can see the glitter doesn't come off on my fingers. You can die cut it. You can work, you can cut it up, you can use it for card bases, you can use it for matting layers, you can use it for kind of peek throughs, you can put it underneath. It's going to coordinate perfectly with some of the dies coming out, and of course these are in those beautiful spring colours that are going to work beautifully with our Easter cards and all of these dies and stamps that we've got to show you. It also gives you in the back a really nice, kind of really sturdy piece of cardboard in the back. I also use this for a lot of things. I would keep this. You're going to find tons of uses for it, for interactive cards and all sorts of things in your craft room. So yes, it's not technically part of the product, but actually you're going to find it really useful in your crafty stash. There's also some really pretty patterned papers. We have 3 new packs. They come in small and large sizes and individual sheets and all sorts of different options. So again, you can choose what suits your crafting best. If you're a scrapbook or a card maker, you can choose the best option for you. So we have the Really Rainbow, and I've got lots of samples to show you, so you'll see them in use. And the Really Rainbow, so the packs come with 36 sheets. They're all 6x6, the ones I went for. As I say, there's 12x12 options too. And so you get 3 of each design. They're all single-sided, so there's no adhesive remorse. You're not sticking down a pretty side of paper. So this one has a rainbow option, and then you have a bright, intense, and then you have a lighter option on here. Then we have the Spiffy Speckles. So you have the white with speckles, and then you have the colour with speckles. These remind me of the mini eggs, but in a paper format. And then we have Spring Fling. So you have these beautiful, pretty floral papers, and then underneath you have the coordinating colours with little crosses on, and then this one has rainbow crosses. But they all, as I say, they're single-sided, they're 6x6, and you get 3 of each design, and they're a nice weight too, so you don't need to back them with card or anything like that. They will stand up as a layer all on their own, which I think is fab. So let's dive in to those stamps and dies, because there are lots and lots of them in there, and we also have some stencils, which I think you're going to find really handy to use. And I'll also talk about some of the samples as we go, because lots of the new items we've got in samples here, so you can see them in action. So the first thing we have is the Year 9 stamp set. Now, if you've followed Lawn Fawn for a while, you'll know that they do an anniversary set every year. This little special edition, it's just a small stamp set, and they're quite collectible. So this year's is Year 9 because it's their 9th year, and this year is all about the taco. Then we move into Rawsome. Well, who doesn't want to be Rawsome? And I did use that in a sample down here, which is also a magic slider card. And I'll show you this die mechanism in a while. But look how cute is that? So you go from the dinosaur with the little egg that's cracked, and when you slide it, the dinosaur has cracked out of its shell. And I'll show you this die mechanism when we get to the die section. Then we have Get Well and Afters. So how sweet is that? And that is also another sample that I did using that magic slider die. So you can see here, you can pull this up. So we have our sick whale, and we say get well soon, and we have our well whale again. I just think this is so cute. I also love their puns that they put on there. This is also one of the new banner die sets that you'll see later that has that Z or Z fold in here. It just adds a little bit something extra to your pieces. You can see here it just gives you that little bit of a 3D element that folds down onto your cards. It just gives that something extra, a little bit more of a professional extra finish to your cards. Then we have our gnome. I mean, how sweet. I love Romeo and Juliet. If you've never seen the film, you have to go watch it. It's full of Elton John songs, a real good sing-along film. Really sweet story too. There's a sample here using a box card, and I love these because this folds flat to go in the mail, and then you just fold it back open, and you can see you've got nice dimension in there. And then also I have another card under here which says, happy belated birthday to a friend like gnome other. I mean, how sweet is that? I think that's so cute. And they really do look like Romeo and Juliet. And there's also another one called Sherlock Gnomes. I still think Romeo and Juliet is my favourite though. Then we have Llama Tell You. I mean, how sweet. Llamas are so trendy too, so really fun that we have a stamp set for that. We also have a really great, there's actually a few really good staple sentiment sets in this release, which I always love some staples. So this one's called Wavy Sayings. So it's happy birthday, congratulations, thinking of you, love you lots, feel better, waving hello, you're the best, thanks so much, flying by to say. And you'll see that this fits with a couple of other sets that we'll have later on. It also fits in one of the new wavy banner dies. So again, but it's great because it's got all of those kind of everyday sentiments that you would want to use in your cards. We also have Be Happy, and there's another sample down here that it's been used on. If you're British and my kind of age, you'll remember there was a TV show called The Poddington Peas, and it reminds me of my childhood because of that stamp set. I should also mention all of these stamp sets come with coordinating dies. I don't buy coordinating dies, but they are available for all of the stamp sets. But you've got Happy, You Make Me So Happy, Welcome, Sweet Pea, Peas, Forgive Me, From All of Us, We Would Like 2 Peas in a Pod. I think that's so cute. Again, I love those puns. Then we have Butterfly Kisses, and that was used on this sample here. So you've got the, again, folds flat and then folds open, and you've got the fox running along trying to catch the butterfly in here. So that's another one. Again, beautiful sayings and fun puns in the bottom there. This one is all about open me, so don't judge a card by its envelope or by its cover. It's what inside that counts. Open me, open here, look inside. Again, really fun for card makers to pop on there. Just good fun. Add these little signs on there. It really works well with our interactive cards too. If you've got something maybe that's a pop-up card, a really great way. You could have a very plain front. There's a beautiful butterfly pop-up in this release. You could put this on the outside and really play up the pop-up on the inside. Another great staple sentiment set here. This is the celebration, scripty sentiments, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and graduation. Again, a really nice staple. A great size for card making and scrapbooking on there, would fit perfectly on all of your projects. This one is our Easter set for this year. So this is Extra Amazing Easter, and I used it on, this was a class I took, and it's a reveal wheel. So if you haven't seen the reveal wheel before, you have this little piece that turns in here, and so you can see that the rabbits are juggling the eggs and the sentiment goes around. How cute. And also used it on this one here that has the vellum piece, die cut out and some glitter and things. Have a happy spring in the back there. Then we have something for our planners. This one is the Plan On It meal planning. So you've got pizza night, meatless Monday, vegetarian. So you can do recipes, you can do your meal planning, you can do diet planning, you can make really fun cards with it as well. You've got lots and lots of options with this one. This one here is the rain or shine before and after, and this is designed to go with the magic slider. So the idea being you have the sunshine and the rain, so you can just slide backwards and forwards between sunshine and rain. And you also have the sentiments in here about sending sunshine, rain or shine. There's a rainbow after every storm. We have more reveal wheel sentiments, and these are the spring sentiments. So we have Easter and graduation, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you did it, congratulations. All those kind of springtime events that we have going on are covered in this reveal wheel sentiment set, and the curved ones are designed to fit along the curve of the reveal wheel. Then we have our, what's this one called? This Simply Celebrate Spring. And if you remember this sentiment set I showed you earlier, we've got the flying by to say, and that fits perfectly in our little aeroplanes sign here. And then again, we've got those other occasions covered off here. We also have a Spanish sentiment set. So this is the final stamp set, and this is the Spanish scripty sayings. I don't have any other Spanish sentiment sets in my collection, so it's nice to be able to add one in if I want to send one to a friend. And it's always nice to just have, I do have a German one in my collection, and I do have an Italian one. I didn't have any Spanish ones, so I just added that into my stash. So again, it's just nice to have some flexibility. Now, one thing I am really excited about are the new Lawn Clippings stencils. Now, these are not your traditional stencils, and you're probably thinking, Alex, what are you talking about? They're not stencils. Well, these are designed to work with your reveal wheel. And if you've used any of the reveal wheels, you'll recognize this piece that goes in your reveal wheel that you die cut out. That's the piece here that you turn around on the side here, and that's what you put your sayings on. And these are designed to be templates. So we get a reveal wheel seasonal shapes, and there's a reveal wheel basic shapes, essential shapes. And if I open these up inside of here, you'll see you have different shapes cut out. This one has the squares, it has the semicircles, it has the ovals, and it has kind of the original pieces. And it's designed that when you die cut this piece out, it also has the hole where the brad would go, so you can line that up. And you can line that up on the piece that you would cut out. And here it shows you in quarters exactly where to ink blend. If you want to do like the chameleons, if you want to stamp, it will show you exactly where to stamp. So you can get your perfect quarters, or you can stamp your perfect for text messages in exactly the right place. If you remember before, we all used to kind of put our reveal wheel there and we'd move it round. We'd be like, okay, so that's our first quarter, that's our second quarter. Well, now we don't have to do that. We can just do it exactly with these stencils. It's gonna make our lives so much easier. And when we did it in class, it was like, oh, this is amazing. So I'm really pleased that we now have these. They're relatively inexpensive, and as I say, you get 4 in a pack. This has the essentials in it. The other one has your seasonals in it. So this one has the leaf, the pick of the patch, the apples, the squares, and the Easter eggs. So it's going to make our lives so much easier. Now, we also have some fantastic dies. So let's dive into those as well. Look at those. We of course have some treat box add-on, and I keep saying this is hashtag life goals, so to be able to make these for my daughters to take to school for their friends for Easter parties. I've never actually managed to make them in time, but one day they will. So this is a Easter chick, and I'm going to show you the back because these samples are on here. So we have 3 options. We have an Easter chick that's holding a basket. We have one that's holding an umbrella. I mean, that'd be very British to be holding their brolly. And then we have one that looks like they've just cracked out of an egg. And look at their little rosy cheeks too. So sweet. Or you can have their little wings on there. We have add-ons for our shadow boxes. So this is the Park add-on. So that's what this looks like. So that gives you the 2 trees. You have an oval piece in here. You have the options. This is the little tree piece here. And then you have the grass in the background. So that's what that add-on looks like. There is also another add-on. Let me see if I can grab that while we're looking at the add-ons. This is the other add-on option. This is the spring add-on, and that's what that looks like. But you also get bunnies, but you've got the oval option there, and then you have the flowers as well. So that's part of the add-on for that. They're those wiggly, simply wavy banners that work with your sentiments that I showed you earlier. Then we have the stitched flower frame, so it actually cuts out the middle. It stitches all these beautiful details into your leaves, into your stems, into everything. And I just think, how pretty would this be across the front of a card? Can you imagine doing this across a scrapbook page and having your flowers and putting your photos into the middle of it? Or maybe with the gnomes and putting your gnome in the middle of the flower. I think there's so many options with that. I love this stitched umbrella. You can see in the back here, it's paper pieced into here. They did it with Feel Better and one of the new background dies, which is a couple down, I can see. But I can also imagine doing it as a 3D umbrella and being British, where it's always raining, although we do now live in Cleveland. I just love my brollies. I'm all about, we call them brollies, not umbrellas. I'm all about my brolly. We have the straight flower border. So this border has a piece along the bottom that keeps all of these flowers together, so it's easy to put on your card. And if you're feeling adventurous and up to a lot of die cutting, you can die cut the flower top separately. There are separate dies here to do that as an option. Not sure if I would do that. I probably would die cut it out of white and then use markers to colour in the different pieces of the flowers. I think that'd be quicker, but you could, if you wanted to, do that and add lots of dimension to them. We have new reveal wheel add-ons, so you can use your reveal wheel to have a butterfly in. You can do it to have an egg in for Easter, or you can do that semicircle add-on, which is the one that I used here in the sample that we did in class. This is the rainy backdrop that you saw on that sample with the umbrella just now. And as usual, you have the portrait or the landscape option, depending on which way you like to make your cards. And I like the fact they give you the option for both. We have beautiful mini Easter eggs, and these are so easy because all you have to do is die cut them, and you could paper piece, you could put some of that beautiful sparkle cardstock underneath and it would just shine through gorgeous, and then you just stack them together as Easter eggs, lay them on your cards. How easy are those Easter cards going to be? And super easy and fun. We have a Mother's Day line border. Now I love these line borders because there is no worrying about having to put your letters down and make sure they're straight, because this line piece cuts along with your Happy Mother's Day, which means that your Happy Mother's Day is always going to be straight because it's attached to a line. Super easy, right? How easy is that? And then I just put a little bit of my Nuvo glue pen on the back, stick it down, and I am done. And my sentiment's always straight, it's always lined up. Really, really easy. We have our mushroom border, which is just a die cut, and then it also has the same curve in its grass. So how sweet is that going to look with our little gnomes, and our gnomes that can live in their little mushroom house. I mean, I cannot wait. And there's a little one on the back here, you can see already. And you can see how they really creatively use the patterned papers to create backgrounds. This is the rainbow pattern paper in the background there, and it just looks like clouds. So they love the fact that they give you all these samples and inspiration on the back of the packaging. And again, you have another flower. This could be a beautiful background that you could die cut out of papers. This is the outside in stitched flower. And it also has a little face that you can die cut for the middle of the flower. I think what a sweet idea. Also would look really pretty with the Feel Better which is a line sentiment, which must be under here. So you also have the option for the line sentiment, like the Happy Mother's Day. There's a Feel Better that could go with that really nicely. This is the pop-up butterfly that I said to you would work really nicely with the open here. So you could do the Never Judge a Card by its cover and then have a beautiful butterfly. And I saw them at Creativation, they did this. They did the butterfly in black and then they paper pieced it with the bright cardstocks, the sparkle cardstocks, and it was really beautiful. And it's so easy to assemble. It's just 2 tabs, and then when you open up your card, this just pops straight up inside. You can see there how they did that one on the back of the packaging. Then we have, this is the fancy wavy banner. So again, your sentiments are going to fit in there, and this is the fancy one that has that Z or Z fold in. We have more layered butterflies, and you can see again how they made those pop. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? Just pop some pretty pattern paper or blended paper, sparkle cardstock, all those kinds of things underneath. These are the 2 dies that give you the options to make those magic changer cards. So to make these cards, this is the main die to make the changer. Let's find the Get Whale. So this die makes this Get Whale Soon card. And if you want to make the aperture for your thing smaller, so you get this size of card, this is the add-on that you can see makes it down to this size. So that's how you get it. So you have the magic picture changer, and that's how you would make this. And if you wanted to be able to make this variation, you would need the magic picture changer add-on. So that's your option there. We also have the fancy lattice background. Again, how pretty. I just so much love in this area here. I just love this. I can see me doing this out of glitter paper, out of blended cardstock, my Distress Oxide sprays, alcohol inks, just so many different things, or just making my own stencil out of cardstock. And the final one we have is the butterfly treat box. So pretty again. You have lots of options to die cut extra detail, to die cut flowers for the top. And this is what the treat box looks like. So to give you some idea of size, you could fit a couple of the Hershey nuggets inside of here, a few Hershey Kisses. This is what the butterfly looks like. I actually stuck my butterfly details on the wrong side. They should really be on the top, or of course you could put them on both sides. And then to open, you just pinch your butterfly together, and then you would open, and you could open both sides if you wanted to, but it's really easy to create. And you just die cut one piece and it all comes out in one. So that is the Lawn Fawn release. I mean, there are so many fun things in here. Don't forget to leave us a comment with your favorite thing in the release and let us know the things you will be adding to your stash as well. And also hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for future Scrapbook.com videos. You know how many amazing tutorials and videos and inspiration and things they have here. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing this release as well. And we will see you again very soon. Happy stamping, everyone. Check out those links in the description for the full Lawn Fawn release. Bye.